this another project? Hello my friends, and welcome to Tom's Tinkering and Adventures. So I'm going to tell you a little story about this F-150 sitting behind me here. My buddy Jim, I think he's been in another video of mine. We worked on a Suzuki V-Strom. I'll put the link somewhere here for y'all. But he's a riding buddy of mine, and he's been trying to get me to get this F-150 out of his yard for quite a while. This is an old truck that he had, and he just kind of lost momentum on it, and it sat for 10 years. So he didn't have a truck, and he was wanting to get a pickup, and I said, why don't you get your F-150 running? And he said, I'm just kind of too lazy. All right, so he and I looked at a couple trucks. He ended up getting a little bit newer F-150, but anyway, he lost storage on this. He had it stored, and he wasn't able to store it anymore. So he asked me if I could store it, and I said, well, I do have a big yard, and I do have a couple of trucks in the yard. So I said, well, let's bring it over, but let's not make it a permanent fixture in my yard. So I am going to show you getting it towed over here and working on it. So I hope you enjoy it. As you can see, it's already at my house. But, stay tuned, check it out, and hopefully you enjoy it. Okay, so this is my buddy Jim's truck here that he's had. How many years have you had this truck, Jim?
I don't know, I can't count that quick.
But it hasn't run in at least 10 years, right?
9-ish or so.
Yeah. And it's been at his house, and he was running out of storage options, and you know, I like to mess with stuff, so we found, there you go. There was some inhabitants on it here, but he was running out of storage options, and I brought it over here, and my wife's not going to be happy about it, but it's a pretty neat truck. It's an older 89 F-150, two-wheel drive, but it's got a lot of little goodies on it, and we can go over that. But what we're trying to do is to get it going here. So there was no battery in it. We stole the battery out of Jim's replacement F-150. I hooked the jumpers up here, and we've already cranked it just a little bit, and got it to fire a little bit. But what I did is I unhooked the air box, one of the lines to the air box here, and I sprayed a little bit of carb cleaner in there, and we're gonna see if it starts up here. So Jim's gonna hop in there and crank it. And hang on a minute, I had that. Where did that carb cleaner go that I had? I think I don't know where it went. I have another can here, so we'll hold on to this one if we need it. Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna spray some more of this magic juice in here. You hold the throttle open a little bit before we start. Okay. Okay, I got some juice in there. We're gonna crank it. All right, go ahead. All right, so we do have a little bit of life. All right, hold that throttle open again. I'll spray some more in there. Okay, give her hell. The gas in here is probably at least 10 years old, Jim? Yep. Yeah. All right, give her another, open up the throttle. Okay. Yeah, we had a little fire. Give her another shot. That's good. All right, we'll do one more attempt with the carb cleaner. Hold it open. And we'll try not to do a fire again. All right, go ahead. Yep. All right, well, at least we're getting some life out of it. That's not bad. I think what we should do is look at where the fuel line comes out and crack that open and then turn the key on and see if fuel is coming out of there. Okay, we decided to pull the fuel tank because even though the gauge said there was fuel, we didn't feel any. We tried to put fuel in the tank and for some reason it wasn't going in, so we dropped the tank to find out. And maybe we're just at a bad angle, but we're glad we dropped it because I don't know how good you can get this color, but that's the fuel we drained out of the fuel tank. It's lovely. The bottom of the fuel tank is about the same color, and we scrubbed it a little bit. I have some old fuel that's not as bad that we're using to flush it a little bit. We're going to do that, and then we're going to change this fuel filter here. I tested the pump. It sounds like it's working, but it's probably gummed up, so we'll see if we can't clean that a little bit too. Okay, so we flushed out the fuel tank a little bit, and I don't know if you can see it sitting on a tire underneath there. We put a new fuel filter on the fuel pump. We tested the fuel pump outside and it seemed to work. We hooked up jumper cables because we didn't want to run the battery too dead here, and we spray some carb cleaner in here. Oh, we cycled the fuel pump a couple times as well to make sure we had fuel coming out over here. So I'm getting out of the way because there's a lot of flammable crap there.
Ready?
Yeah. Holy crap! It sounds good. Well, it did sound good. It sounded the best it has. We've had some fire out of it. I think we're pretty close. All right, let me spray some more goodies in there. Okay, well, it's gonna make noise at least.
After I get it going?
Yeah, see what happens. It's the most it's done. Try to. It's so close. It's right there. All right, let's risk some fire here. Okay. Yeah. I noticed when we were cranking it before, it's building up oil pressure too, so that's nice.
Spray one more time?
Yeah, we'll keep spraying. I found some more spray. Okay.
I think I'm going to owe you a can of spray or a
Yep.
case of spray.
Case of spray. Ah, man, it didn't blow fire out. That would have been awesome if it did, though. So close. It's right there. All right, more spray. If I wasn't worried about catching my hand on fire, I'd just keep spraying it.
Just running off of that.
Not bad, but I mean, it's running. You what?
Start a fire on the engine either.
Yeah. Well, shut it off and see if it'll start again. Or see if it'll idle. It sounds amazing. Oh, you thought it was the dome light. Shut it off, see if it'll start again. All right, we're gonna hook this gas tank back up and then see if we can't move this thing. Okay, we kind of stuck the fuel tank back up under there, and we're gonna try to move it for the first time under its own power for I don't know how many years. It's moving. It's moving. Jim said this thing has some header leaks, so that's probably what we're hearing.
Thought that was reversed.
I was like, no, reverse. Watch the Toyota. And there she is in all her glory. It's a pretty neat truck. Got this nice little front bumper thing going on. Some lights. There's lots of good stuff underneath. It's got Bilsteins, dual Bilsteins. I saw we had a little bit heavier duty front suspension. The rear suspension is done up as well. Oh, cool back bumper. Got a high lift jack mounted in here. Spare tire mount. Oh, lots of spare tires. Looks like that rear end has been reinforced, and some heavier drag links on there. Bilsteins on the back as well. So even though it's kind of ugly, it's kind of awesome at the same time. We'll see what happens with it. It's really up to my buddy Jim, what he wants to do with it. So we'll see. I think there might be a couple more episodes on this thing as well. So keep your eyes peeled if it's something you're interested in. And if you're liking it, give me a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And leave a couple comments down below. I like comments. It's awesome. I get to interact with the people who are checking out the videos. So if you like it, let me know. If you hate it, I'll listen to that too. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings. I don't have too many of them left anymore. So thank you very much for watching. Get out there and find your adventure. Adios.